It's fucking doodly doodle doodly doo doodle doodle doodle.
Good morning and welcome to Get Enlightened with me, Lauren Scott, and
Paige! Back on the porch, mother
I
forkers.
know, it's so nice today. And it's supposed to be high of the 80s for the rest of the week, which means party this weekend is going to be perfect.
Birthday.
It is a birthday.
Yay!
This weekend, my son turns 18. I turn 45. We are rocking it. In 2 weeks, Paige turns
47. Yeah, 47. It's fine. I look good.
It's
fine.
You do look good.
Look, yeah, who cares?
Full moon last night. Did you go out and see it?
I looked at it this morning on my drive back into the gym. It was actually cool, but you would be proud of me because I did not take a photo because I was driving down the road, but I looked in my rearview mirror and the full moon was still out.
Super moon, harvest moon. Also the moon that's supposed to tell us how the winter's going to go.
I hope it's going to go good.
Well, it looks like it's going to be kind of mild. If you were to look at the old ways of the Farmer's Almanac, there wasn't really any clouds or color on the moon last night. It was clear, so we'll probably be pretty dry,
I hope so, because
I think the northern parts of us are going to have a lot of cold, from what I understand, with that Arctic blast that's going to come through. But I think I would like a good freeze, though.
No, we don't, because then I have to do plumbing, and that is not a good one.
That's true.
No,
last time it freeze, I had to redo my whole downstairs of my house and move into my friend into the Doc's ranch for
freaking downer time.
There for 3 months.
Okay, we don't.
I mean, there are worse places to be, though. It was like 1,800 acres, and
yes, it was a nice place, and you got to visit my house. However, I don't want any freezing because then I'm the one who has to plumb if my beloved husband isn't there, and I don't want to do that.
Tis true.
Yeah.
I mean, not the plumbing for me, but I get it for you.
Yeah. I don't like having to do things.
Well, let's talk about full moon and the meanings and what we're experiencing on the year of the 9 and how this big time and this astrological break that just happened and will be continuing to happen is the closing of the old. I know we've discussed this before, but I think everybody's kind of seeing it play out.
Then the phoenix will rise,
and then the phoenix rises, and it's the breaking of the new.
I don't know about
I'm seeing it a lot in my life. I have a lot of people that have circled back from the past, which usually happens.
And then they boomerang the fuck back out. Boo! Deuces, motherfucker.
And I appreciate, when people come, and
I appreciate when they leave again, too. Yep. Usually they leave for a reason. Yes, focus.
One of my best friends is having had emergency surgery and had some stuff taken out, and I don't want to go into her.
Okay, please don't.
What she's experiencing, but one of the things that I was talking to her about is it's the closing of a year. It's like the closing of a chapter. She's same with me, same with my cancer. Like getting it out was like literally the closing of a chapter for me.
Well, it's the actual regrowth.
Yes, the regrowth.
Yeah,
started.
It's starting, right?
and so if you're having that come, you can. I had a lady who, I guess, hexed me for years and thought she did or whatever, call and
whatever.
I wouldn't really say that they apologized. It was more of like just wanting in.
Then you boomeranged her the fuck back out?
Or to get information for somebody else. And,
my favorite thing about
I was really good though, instead of even answering it or reading into it, which I would have in the past, I was just like, hey, here's my boundaries. I don't want anything to do with you. I wish you the best.
And you actually said it in a nice way.
I did. Because I live in a small town and I don't want it weird when I see people, but at the same time, a lot of those chapters closed many years for me. And even though the other people are starting to release themselves from holds of dumb fuckery. I
just like people to stay away. Like if you chose that you didn't want to be my friend, then I want you to remember that choice and to keep moving in that path.
Exactly.
Away from me.
And they're like,
away from me.
I bought your book and I listened to your podcast. And I was like,
thanks. I appreciate you supporting my small business.
That's amazing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but
I'm grateful.
do that shit on the other side of your telephone.
So if you're going through this, We're even going through it with our kids, right? My son turns 18 and that's he's no longer
he can
my
get a
baby.
tattoo.
This is his last. Shut your mouth. This is your
look. There's nothing else they can do.
Birthday party.
They can't smoke cigarettes. The only thing they can do is get tattoos. You're not allowed to be their medical proxy. You have to.
I know. That was weird because
it sucked.
He officially got accepted. To like all the colleges, made his choice. We're like way ahead of the game on all this, but
it's better to know what you're going to do.
It was wild to me because he turns 18 in less than a week. Now, all of a sudden, nobody can talk to me about anything. Like,
yeah, it was weird.
I have to sign a medical form and some other stuff from our lawyer. And I wasn't expecting it, so it kind of threw me off because, usually it's like you always have to go with them and you always have to be there. And now it's like, oh, no, he's good. I'm like, he's not. He's still my baby.
Well, Lily's like, what do I need to do? And I'm like, here. Let me help you. But Lily wants me to do all this stuff for her.
I know. That's how he is. He's like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, okay. Well,
I'm like,
some of it you have to.
Yeah.
But.
And then I was like, you have to give me access to do X, Y, Z. But it was weird because I was going to renew one of her prescriptions. And I was like, all of her stuff went away. And then it dawned on me that,
yeah, you have to file that.
She's a grown up.
She's a big girl.
She's a big girl now.
Speaking of that, how's she doing in school?
She likes her classes. She's not she comes home every weekend. And look, I didn't mean that big sigh like I don't want her, because I do want her here, because like Friday, she came home and we went to the grocery store and I was like, dude, it's just like normal. But I do want her to have a life in college. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I figure she'll get there. I'm thankful that she doesn't get blackout drunk at parties.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a plus.
Well, she's just trying to figure it out too.
Yeah, and you know what? Quite frankly, I feel safer when she's at home.
Yeah.
So I want her to be home, and that's fine with me. She's
finding that balance.
She'll be fine.
It'll slowly be to where she transitions and is not there as much. And
well, I mean, how many?
It's a weird thing. Like I said, this is a weird time for everybody.
And I'm much more thankful that she is slow into making friends. Mm-hmm. That way she doesn't have to like boomerang them out of her life and it gets weird. Mm-hmm. So if you take a little bit longer, then you can actually figure out who this person is before, Mm-hmm. So she has real friends instead of drinking buddies, and she might.
That's great, because I think at 21, I think everybody
I
was hanging out with was drinking buddies.
I only had drinking, but I literally only had drinking buddies until I got pregnant and didn't go to the bar anymore. And then I didn't have any friends. But
then you realize that they stop calling you, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, they were like, oh, so we weren't friends. I think I maybe talked to one or two of them, but she'll just skip over that portion, and I'm fine with it. It's cool.
Yeah. You know what I'm finding is that
she can keep her scholarship. That's important.
That's important.
That's important.
So, as everything's falling away and people are stepping into their true power and into their next few years of life, which, by the way, we're going to have Rachel on here. It's at the end of this month.
I need her to give me some hopium.
We're going to talk about the eclipse, what it brought in this last full moon, how it's trajectorying into 2026. And I would love to tell y'all that this astrology says that it's going to get easier, but it's going to get a little harder before it gets easier. So hang in there, guys. Personally, professionally, and astrologically.
So it's going to get easier eventually. That's all that I needed to hear.
Yeah, you just stay with the positive. I needed it is. And I think that's something that's really important, and something that I was telling Jana is, deep breathing, keeping balanced, going outside, having an own routine, because there's only so much that we that we have control of.
And you can't,
even in our own lives.
You can't focus too much on the negative. I was talking to a friend of mine today. I was
wouldn't
like,
focus any on the negative. I would try to find the silver lining of everything that's happening.
You know, I have a lot of darkness on the inside.
Well, you do, you boo.
Yeah.
But even in my situation of people coming forward and like apologizing for past things or trying to make amends, I appreciate it. I'm grateful for it. It's a chapter that closed a long time ago for me. So like, it's hard for me to like want to connect with anybody who, I don't know, wished me or my family harm. I would never wish anybody harm.
I'm too one and done. I'm sorry.
I know you're more one and done than I am.
I saw who you were. I'm not interested because the past is the prologue.
Yeah.
And this is who you are.
You probably wouldn't have even responded.
Oh no. I'm real like gray rock. I gray rock the shit out of people. Where I'm like, you peeing on my leg? I don't care. Get away.
Well, I wish everybody the best, and you know,
I do too. I wish them the best.
I'm just at this point in my life, like
away from me.
Yeah,
just get the fuck away.
And we've talked about this before, especially stepping into 45. I have nothing left to prove. You have nothing left to prove. Our kids are grown. Like, I only want to do things that find me joy. And I don't give a fuck about the past.
No, I really don't, because quite frankly,
for a reason. That was my reason. It's really not anybody else's reason. I haven't even really talked about it on here, nor do I want to, because that is the past. But
it doesn't change anything, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't have any anger towards anybody. I'm just done. You know, I just don't want to bring them back into my orbit.
I have let some people back in, but the thing is, I let you into the capacity in which I am able to have a relationship with you.
Yeah, it's different.
And unless you really did me dirty, I'm neutral. I'm completely neutral. And I don't even know if I hate the people who did me dirty.
No,
I just want you to leave me alone.
I learned lessons from it all.
I'm just not interested. I'm not interested. I don't trust you. I don't care.
Cycles that you're in.
I don't. And the thing is I'm just not one of those people who are willing to put myself in a position again.
Yes. And life is too short.
It is.
The reason one door closes is so another one can open.
Right.
That door has been closed.
It's for a reason.
It's for a reason. And you can make peace with that reason without having to call up those people and make peace with them. Like, I feel like I made peace with it all a long time ago.
I make peace for myself. Don't
get me wrong. I appreciate that people have reached out and said, oh my God, I now understand that it wasn't you. And I appreciate that so much, really, truthfully do. But at the same time, I don't want to be around any more chaos. And I have really...
Those are boundaries. Those are your boundaries.
Yeah, my boundaries are not
that
people pleasing.
Nothing to do with anybody else.
I don't have a studio where I need to be friends with anybody. I don't need to people please anymore. I am who I am. You can be a part of it or you can't. And at this point, you know, I feel very comfortable knowing that, you know, I'm walking into a whole different life for myself. I'm focusing on joy this year. 45 things that bring me joy.
I love that.
I'm doing pottery again, riding horses, playing piano.
I try to do.
You know, it's just kind of going back and healing the inner child, or not really even healing, like doing.
I just want to have a happy life. I want to be contented. I want a happy life. I want to be in a mental state where
I'm tired of also being so giving to others' successes, and then when I have one, it's not reciprocated. And I feel that at this time in my life, like, I have gotten rid of those. You can't hear
me shaking my head because that kind of shit pisses me off.
It does.
Because I don't take a lot of shit, but on the flip side, I think I'm a nice person. I'm happy for everybody. I want good things to happen to everybody. Yeah. And if you don't feel that way about me, then I don't want to have anything to do with you. I don't care. I'm not angry. I'm neutral. I just want to have relationships with people who want my best interest, who don't bring me down, that don't get bogged down in the negativity of life. Because I do. I always have the little darkness in me, and I can't not see the negative, but I try very hard to pacify that with the positive. Mm-hmm. And if you're not bringing me more into my life, then I don't want anything to do with you. Because, I mean, I'm real close most of the times to spiraling. Let's be perfectly honest with you. That's just my natural person.
There's shit going on around the world right now that I don't need any more shit.
I am a cynical person to begin with, and I don't need anybody else bringing me further in. And the truth is, I don't want to be around that. I don't want that to be my view of life. Mm-hmm. So I was sitting in Shavasana. I know you're supposed to let your mind wander, but my mind wandered to the people that I wanted in my life. What kind of people do I want? And I want the people who share the same view that the world is a good place. Yeah. Those are the people I want. Yeah. And if you don't share that view,
and I'm no longer in the gossip
I'm not into
scene. If I want to talk about mysticism, right now, I'm reading the Book of Enoch, the Divine Sophia Code,
oh my gosh,
and the Lost Teachings of Jesus, because I'm doing research for my next book.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about weird and wild shit. I don't want to talk about what Susie Sue said to
because I don't care.
Because I really don't care.
And quite frankly, I had a friend like that I'm not friends with anymore, and nothing she ever said was real. And I was like, I don't trust you at all. Mm-hmm. And I was making judgment calls because I have opinions on things, and I was making judgment calls on the things that were said to me, and that shit wasn't ever true. Mm-hmm. And that's when I decided I removed myself completely from every one of those situations.
Same.
Because
I cut ties with everybody. At that point,
I can't.
7 years ago when I left that spiritual circle of people, I cut ties with everybody because I knew a lot of them were being used for flying monkeys. And I was just like,
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested. And so now that it's circling back during this time, so astrologically fitting, but I'm still not interested.
And that's fine. You don't have to. And this is where I try to tell people all the time, because they're like, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want to do for yourself.
Yeah.
And none of this shit matters.
I wish you the best in everything that you do. I have, literally.
It doesn't matter.
There's no triggers there anymore, which that is kind of amazing to me.
And I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
That's the healing.
A very long time as healing to release a lot of that shit. A lot of things about people wanting to cause you harm is something that is very hard to release.
I know.
So, it is.
And I'll never understand.
I will never understand.
I will never understand. Because I'm not.
Don't get me wrong. I'll throw your energy right back at you. But any negative energy that comes towards me, I just transmute that baby to.
Boomerang.
I
boomerang that shit back.
Boomerang it or transmute it to beauty and success.
Ooh.
I put my name and my family's name. If you talk bad about us,
I just don't
it feeds my money. So come on. You know what I mean? At this point, that's just what I had to do, and it is what it is. It works for me, and
none of this matters. If you genuinely think there's 9 billion people on this planet,
the only thing that matters is my family and how
that's it. And I care about 10 people?
Yeah.
I my personal family and my close friends, but I love you dearly. But if you start acting fucking bonkers and talking shit about me on the internet, I'm pretty sure I would cut that boundary.
I talk shit about you on the internet.
Come on.
As we're swinging at the park?
Yeah. You want to talk some shit about me on the internet? Come on.
Talk shit to your face.
I know. That's fucking truth. I'm like, you going to gossip about me?
Paige said, when I told her that some people had called and text me, she says, why? Don't they know you're a bitch?
I'm like, why the fuck would you do? Why would they do that? Do they know you?
Obviously not.
Not. I mean, clearly you're not supposed to be back in if you don't know who I am to begin with. I'm like, don't be calling me. No.
Like I said, I wish them all the best. I appreciate
I wish you the best.
That circled back because I feel like that karma has served and, everything there is still the same and I walked away for a reason. But for me, also, there's just so much more to life. And this, with me having to deal with the cancer situation and being there for my best friend who's going through a tough situation and being there for my son who's going through a transition, those are my focuses these days. That's
my children and my close family and my husband. That's all I got.
Exactly.
That is all I have.
Exactly.
And, if I don't even care if people don't understand, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to work. I'm tending with my family and I'm making sure that I make it.
Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Mm-hmm.
So
and it's okay to be that way.
I wish you well.
Yeah.
The fuck over there. That's all.
Let's also talk about, what do you want to talk about?
Swinging? No. I meant on a swing set. I didn't mean it that way. I can only handle one rooster. So I'm going to keep with my husband. Sorry.
That was funny because, you caught yourself as soon as you said it. I'm transforming my house into everybody that knows me knows I love Halloween, right? We're having this big party and I've got to set up the rest of my decorations. And
do you think that's the clip they're going to take and then they can use it forever? And then I'm going to become viral.
Viral.
Ooh. I'm just a dumbass. It's okay.
How do you handle, Paige? I wish them well, but when people circle back to you, how do you handle it? You just don't answer at all.
Usually. I only let one person back in. I have let one person back in and
I let one person back in.
I let one person back in and I talk to her occasionally and we try to be friends and we had a conversation and we kind of worked it out. And the thing is the reason I let her in is because our lives just went in different directions. She never did anything implicitly bad or hurtful to me. But if you ever do anything hurtful to me, then it's a no. It's a hard no. I walk past you like you're not even there. I just gray rock you because I'm not interested.
Same.
But I usually don't have people do me like they do you.
Circle back.
Or no, I don't, my circle of friends, I think, is smaller to begin with.
Yes, I used to have a huge circle of people that I was around in different areas.
Yes.
Now we all know I very rarely leave the gates unless it's to go to pottery class
But you're safer there for your own personal well-being.
Yeah, I don't do I don't do the things that I used to do as far as being out and about and trying to make. But a lot of that was also being a business owner. You know what I mean? Like when you're a business owner, you've got to network and you've got to be a part of it. I don't. It's not my life anymore. I mean, at all.
Well,
and where I'm networking, none of those people are. So it doesn't make.
It doesn't matter. Well, the people that I just. I'm shaking my head because I just don't understand. I don't understand. And I know that you can give me the psychological reasons why, because you always do. You always are like, this is why. I was like, I know why, but I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. I don't know why instead of focusing on yourself, you would try to bring somebody else down. But I'm a very strong person. I think that goes
hand in hand with people that are narcissistic.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm wanting to do with this new book is talk about spirituality, but not to where it's so woo-woo where you can't understand it. Because, my last book was a how-to. Now I'm really looking at studying not only the Bible, but like I said, the book of Enoch, the feminine aspects of this.
It should be a good historical document.
Yeah, the lost writings. And I think what's taught me is what's needed to be known, because I cannot be the only one who has opened up to their spiritual community and then found out that it was just crazy. Like, you can be spiritual and connected without being so fucking nuts.
I think a lot of people, I spend a lot of time listening to podcasts about deconstruction, deconstructing your religion. I'm fascinated by high demand religions. I find them fascinating.
I do too.
And I think that you will find a lot of these because it's about power. It's about control.
Ego.
It's about ego. There's a lot of narcissism in the fact where people believe their own divinity when they are not. And
yes, and I think that is the point that part that needs to be discussed, but I don't know exactly how.
Well,
I'll discuss it.
The more
because I'll put a toe back in to doing stuff with people, and it's just like, oh, that's why.
But I'm not a very religious person. I'm not spiritual in the way that other people are spiritual, just because I see power dynamics everywhere.
Oh, totally.
And to me, anybody who's trying to tell me that I'm XYZ, I don't, well, and you know how I immediately put boundaries, and I'm like,
yeah.
No, because I think that I must have been manipulated in some way at some point and now my initial and immediate, but I'm also, because I have problems with other people telling me what to do, because I went to boarding school and I had no power.
Well, that's a lot of trauma. That's a lot of childhood trauma that you've had to heal.
But that's why
it triggers you.
Anytime somebody tries to put a power play or tries to silence me, I immediately say no.
Yeah.
That, I think, is probably more reason why anybody does me dirty. I immediately, because I am not going back to that headspace.
And I think that's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're seeing the world is at. Like, people are just starting to really find who they are.
Yes.
It's like a mass awakening in some way.
I genuinely think,
not only in the U.S. and what's happening here, but the government worldwide.
I think they call it the thinning of the veil. That's what I've been seeing.
The thinning of the veil is happening right now, and it goes to around November 3rd, which is the Dios de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos.
Is it Muertos?
Muertos.
Anyways,
Day of the Dead.
I haven't been over. I haven't been over to Dominican or Mexico in a really long time, and my Spanish is.
It's the day after Halloween. Is it All Saints Day, Halloween, All Saints Day, and then Dia de los Muertos? But I thought it was overnight because
it's usually November 1st and November 3rd is when they
celebrate. Yeah, it's
which Day of the Dead is.
But anyway, TikTok has been saying this, but I think people are finally being able to see.
The clarity is coming.
Clarity.
That is what this full moon is really bringing about, is the clarity from the chaos that we've been living in. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I'm hopeful, very hopeful.
Same.
I mean,
I'm hoping for a little bit of peace in Gaza, between Gaza and Israel. And I'm hoping for a little bit of peace in Chicago and Portland. As
my husband drives into Chicago because of his job. And I was like, I don't know.
Or all of the United States.
Or, I'm like, I spend a lot of time trying to get my thoughts together, and then the sentence dies because I'm like, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
too much.
We've discussed this before. In the middle of chaos, the best thing that you can do is calm and ground yourself.
Well, and I have been doing a lot of that.
It's kind of like putting up Halloween decorations. I've got a shit ton of Halloween decorations. They all come down from the attic. They're all in my living room.
Yeah.
I look at them and I think, oh my God, I can't do this. This is too much. This is too much. And then you get it done every day. Ground myself, start putting the outside stuff outside, start putting the inside stuff inside, doing one thing at a time and getting through it, right?
But that's the only way we have
to do right now is find the joy wherever you can find it and get through that one step at a time.
But we don't have any control if there's like, what is it called? Radical acceptance. If you accept the fact that you can only do so much and everything else is out of your power.
Mm-hmm.
We are accepting the fact that this is all we can do.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't just have a huge block because my phone just cut out.
Oh, biscuits. I hope it wasn't the good parts.
I hope it wasn't either. Anyhow.
Let's give it a little bit of hopium. So tell me about this book. I'm listening to a Scientology podcast.
Ooh,
I'm going to give it to you. That? It's the Mormon Stories podcast. I love the Mormon Stories.
Scientology is two totally different things.
But they're Scientologists discussing. But it's not two totally. They're both very culty and they're both very high demand. And if you look, they actually.
No, I just mean that they believe in.
They believe in different things, but the belief systems are the same.
Yeah.
And they mirror each other in the high demandness where...
Ooh, send it over.
I will. I actually thought about doing it, but then you know how sometimes I think about things and then I think about something else and then the other thought disappears.
Well, use this full moon to push off, close those chapters, close those doors,
closing the chapters, celebrating the birthdays.
Thankful for what you learned and keep on keeping on. And hopefully I don't have I'm kind of worried about this now.
Don't be worried. There's nothing we can do about it. They're radically accepting whatever's happening on this planet.
Close the door.
We're closed. Yep. There's a plan B is always here until it's illegal. Oh! Bam!
Oh. All right, guys.
Right,
well, thanks for joining us here on the porch.
Yeah, thanks, Lauren.
This was a good one. Hang in there, everybody.
We can do it.
All of those that. Hopefully you don't think I'm trashing you if you're listening to this podcast and you reached out. I definitely am not. I am grateful. It's just, this is where I am in my life. And
you didn't say anything ugly.
Well, no, I don't have anything ugly to say. It's just, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Mm-hmm. And it's not from a place of unkindness or whatever. It's just not there.
Mm.
It's meh. I'm in a place of meh. Meh.
I got other lessons to learn in other places.
I don't care. Whatever. Whatever.
All right, guys. We'll have a great week. Hang in there. Enjoy tonight. Go underneath and soak up some of that. The full moon energy is still out.
Howl at the moon.
Yeah.
Woo.
That's a way to release energy. And thanks for listening to Porchtime with Paige.
Woo! Thanks, Lauren, for having me.
Thanks, Paige. Love you big. And thank you guys that are listening to all over the world. I cannot believe that we are literally
worldwide, motherfuckers.
Worldwide, and it is incredible. So we thank you for listening. We thank you for sharing, and we'll
scream into the void.
We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening to Get Enlightened with me, Lauren Scott.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, PG.
Woo!